Hi everybody, this is Seth from Comingouttarot. I wanted to get on and talk a little bit about relationships with family. My twin sister and I are the kind of twins that get along. There are twins out there that don't get along at all. And if you know a set of twins that don't get along, you know what I mean. Like they either get along or they don't get along. And we get along. I'll never forget when we were in kindergarten, we went to one school and the school ended up closing and they moved us to another school halfway through the year. But they didn't move us into the same class together. So we were in the same class the first half of the year, and when we moved to this other school, we were separated. It was traumatic. I don't know if it was traumatic for her, but it was traumatic for me. I was suddenly on my own, and I'm the oldest by 8 minutes. Um, there's a dichotomy that was set up for us where she's the little sister and I'm the older brother, even though we're 8 minutes apart. She's also the unfortunate product of a 1950s type of mindset where her older brother always had to be with her. She couldn't go to things on her own because she was a girl, is a girl. Kind of, like she had to fight some glass ceilings, uh, and she's tough and can do that. Uh, we we weathered our own storms, but we were a pretty good team. Way fast forward, when I came out and I told her that I was gay. I always say was in the past tense. I don't know why we do that. That I am gay. Um, there seemed to be nothing to it. To me, seemed to be nothing to it to me. And then I was in a store. I was working for a movie retail chain, and I was managing the store. And I was in my office, and she came by with her husband and baby. Brought them back to my office, and we were talking a little bit. And she said, "Seth, I finally found a passage in the Bible that makes it okay that you're gay." My sister, my twin sister. Just told me that she thought I was going to hell, that there was something wrong with me, that she was looking for something to try and fix me, and she found an answer in a passage in the Bible that to me she had manipulated to make suit her need to make me okay in her eyes and in the eyes of this Christian deity. And in an instant I was livid. And I don't know if she felt it or saw it, though most of the time when my emotions change, people feel them very strongly. But my response was, "Oh, I'm so happy for you. Good. That's great." And our conversation progressed a little bit. I don't remember what we talked about after that, but eventually I ushered them out of the building and they were on their way. But I'll never forget that day where my sister told me that I was okay. And Heather had to try and reconcile for herself that her brother couldn't be this thing, this demonized thing that was going to hell that her church had created such an other of. She couldn't separate herself. And so she found a passage. She researched and read until she found a passage that to her said, "No, this is fine. This is good." And at the time, I was so hurt. And I'm discovering, like literally right now, how hard she worked. to ensure that I was going to be okay. But at the time, it felt like such a betrayal that she would even think I wouldn't be. How could she even think I wouldn't be? But her way was to find a way that I would be okay. Because there was such a strong faith, a strong message. And she had to resolve it for herself. And I don't know if she still believes that. And we were in our 20s. Late 20s probably. I don't know if she still believes it. I don't know if her mindset has changed. But our siblings are the first people that we learn how to be other people around. And when you're a twin, people ask me all the time, what's it like to be a twin? And I ask them back, what's it like not to be one? Because it always has been. It will always be. My greatest fear in life is that we'll be separated like we were in kindergarten, but permanently. And to hear her tell me that she found something that proved and said that I was okay as a gay man, her brother, was a tear at that fabric. It felt like we'd been separated. Now, what I didn't have then was the ability to reach deeper. I didn't have the language to ask questions. I didn't have the strength of being able to reach out to someone like me, like a tarot reader, then, and know what questions to ask about how can I show more love for my sister? How can I understand where she's coming from? What choices can I make to make our relationship stronger? What choices is she making that I need to know or better understand? How can I approach her about what she's thinking? The why. What's she going through? And how can I have the strength to talk to her about it? I wish that I'd had a tarot reader to work through that with so that I could have had more opportunity to not only work through it for myself, but to talk to her in a way that was productive instead of just burying that. And maybe I still will, but I don't want anybody else to have to go through that. I want to be able to provide the insight to the relationship so that you don't have to have that rip in the fabric of your relationship with your sister, who runs up and hugs you every holiday, every Christmas. And tells you how much she needed it. So, So, don't be like me. Go talk to your tarot reader. And clearly I need to do some of my own work. But the best part about this is that I've been through that tear in a relationship. I've been through that challenge of family, not understanding who you are, and doing their best to be sensitive to where you might be, but really not knowing what they're saying. Because they don't know what you're going through. They don't know how powerful their words are. They don't know how deeply members of the queer community scrutinize action and word in order to ensure our own safety and security and trust. So if you're trying to figure out how to be safe and secure and trust the people in your life, getting a tarot reading would be a brilliant idea. That's why I do this. That's why I'm here, to help better understand the relationships in your life. And if I can do that, I've lifted us. I've helped us move further than we were before. I want to do that. And I want to help you do that. I hope this is helpful, you guys. If it is, reach out to me and let me know how I can help. I'd also love for you to share some comments below about what relationship challenges you may have had or what you're trying to work through, because we all go through them, and the more stories we can share, the more power we have in our community. So that's a pretty powerful thing. I might hang on to that. The more stories we can share, the more power we have in our community. Okay, everybody, thank you. I don't have a great way to wrap this up. This was a lot. Thank you, and I do hope to hear from you. See you later.